a big obstacle for Nxpe Evos to handle here.
By the way the draft have come through here, that Valentina this time around, game number 2, has a better go. I actually like the ults that she's going to get her hands on more.
She can get her hands on Sicilian's ult. Lineup of Onic PH even more terrifying.
It's 4 out of 5 this time around.
Yeah. A lot more options.
I think, like I mentioned, this is where you're going to see just how good of a Valentina player he is, because again, we saw it in game 1 and in game 2. I'm sure he's gonna be able to pick the right ultimates here for the situation.
Hold up.
Wait.
Is that an Edith?
Why was there an Edith?
No.
No, it's not a.
It was a shocker.
Yeah.
All right, same first letter, but different hero. Welcome to game number 2. It's a roaming Baksha making his debut here back into the Professional League Season 9. Weeks it took for him to come back. It's Onic Philippines versus Nxpe Evos.
Man, back in Season 8, we saw him, it was mostly jungle, right? I mean, we mostly saw Baksha in the jungle. Oh, how have times changed here.
XP lane in Season 7. It's been a while. The wheel deal.
Look at this. Huge moves in mid lane. Hatred popping the flicker. And the Sanguine Claws, not enough to catch the tip of Hatred. And look at that. He's good. He's not even going home.
Yeah, I think, Hatred's obviously feeling pretty confident after the last game. It's also, they don't have to rely on so many Purifies this time, so they get to have a little more room. But Cadenza doing a great job trying to disrupt them.
Yeah, and good decision there by Kari to be the one that gets pulled instead.
Oh, there's a Terrify. Oh, that's scary. That's scary. These are 2 support heroes. Imagine if there was 1 core there.
Yeah. And, like Renmar mentioned earlier, it's going to be, especially Yuzhong with the Petrify, man. It's something that you don't really expect. It's almost like the thing with Raphael last game. When you have a Yuzhong across from you with the Petrify, you kind of forget how much damage he does, how much tankiness he gets when he's in the Black Dragon form, but then the Petrify is what really messes things up. And you add that to having a Valentina there with the Terrify, again, it's a lot of just kind of disruption and displacement for Onic Philippines.
It's a kind of hurt that isn't like a major pain. It's like it's not like it's more like for like 15 minutes. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
It's like you're touching something. You're like, you know how sometimes
it's like you put something hot in your mouth and you don't want to let it out. Yeah, you just want to continue chewing. Yeah.
You just go through the pain.
I'm choosing this. I'm doing this to myself.
Yeah. It's scary because in a combat situation, right, when stakes are high, as the shot caller of the opposing team, you're like, it's 1 CC, maybe 2 tops. We can do this. And then, no, we can't.
Yeah, it kind of just builds up. I hope you guys enjoyed not only the podcast, but it turned into some ASMR there for a second as well.
What you talking about, huh?
It was all Renmar sounds.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh. Hesa with a stun. Oh, man. They are at level. Yelly Hayes shared some X.
Yeah.
See how Marky is much higher on the EXP?
Yeah, they're gank. But at the same time, Yelly Hayes does need to do that. They saw what happened in game number 1 where Hesa was just completely bullied out of lane. It's the Marky signature for the gold lane Lilia. So now they're trying to do what they can to alleviate that. But then, as you mentioned, a slight delay here for hitting level 4 for Hesa.
I didn't see there, during that turtle take, the first run of the game, I think MP the King must have just been forced back to regen there because there was literally no contest for that first turtle. And usually, again, when you have the jungle emblem, you don't kind of just let those go,
Yeah.
Mission accomplished for Cadenza. He annoyed Kairi. Oh man, here immediately comes justice. Marky gets his first blood.
Yeah. But then that's an all like it's fine. It's the purple buff, but yeah, that will delay Kairi.
Dude, he let it go.
He let it go.
He let it go. He was just like, I'm just going to go for the gold instead, which is something that you see that the pro players do. Let's say their buff gets reset and they find themselves closer to the crab. They go to the crab to sort of alleviate a little bit of that delay that they got. Because then, while they're wailing away at that purple buff, or you see there, Kairi actually went for the full clear top side of his jungle. He's getting gold while clearing, like taking gold from the crab coin.
Man, I'm just thinking, like, look how tanky Onic Philippines is, right? You have the rolling Baksha here, rolling Beloyski. You have Delarcy on the Yuzhong, right? And then, yeah, Kyrie also, in a form of just the amount of damage he has and kind of regen he's going to get with the killing spree, it's kind of be a little bit hard for Nxpe Evos to actually fight them face-to-face. Because once Cadenza uses the ultimate of that Franco, I mean, yes, you have your Reshi there, but at the same time, it's going to be such a difficult match. I think that's why they're fighting with range here, the range heroes that they have, but a very difficult situation for Nxpe Evos.
Yeah, and right now, slow pace, teams playing around the objectives. Onic and Nxpe have a lot of members here.
Oh, Baksha Unite right onto Cadenza and the Poissons as well. Mind you, this is a 2v4, and it's Nxpe Evos who's thinking twice. Oh, and it takes the turtle.
Man, they're fighting again with the this rolling wheel here. Beloyski and Hatred going 2 versus 4, and a turtle secured once again for them as well. Again, on an Ollis, not rolling with the jungle emblem here.
Reshi, 2v1 situation. Cadenza gets a hook here, and the vengeance pop by Beloyski, but it's too much. 4 members collapse down onto him.
Tough situation. I mean, it is only 1-1, right? Onic Philippines with a minor gold lead because of the objective turtles that they have. I think right now, Nxpe Evos needs to start focusing on kills.
Oh, Black Shoes here. Marky had full control. He understood. Hessa already used a torn apart memory.
Ouch.
Hatred checking in. Marky, you good? Marky says, yeah.
Dude, Marky's just holding his own here, doing just fine in a lane with an uneven numbers in the lane.
It was one of the keys to victory. Marky has to get a strong side lane hero, and yeah, Lilia, it's just fantastic. It's like a fighter in the gold lane. It has fantastic wave clear, but at the same time, great survivability because she can just reset damage with Black Shoes. But unlike, what I thought?
Cadenza gets down on to Hatred. That's a free kill in mid.
A free kill in mid. And as I was saying, yeah, now Hessa was at least able to maximize the gold in the energy shielding.
Another one. Oh, Undying Fury stopping Hessa from even thinking of getting out.
Man, that's what I love about Marky. You know, he is able to bring these mages into the gold lane and play them at such a good, like, in the matchups that he's against, he plays them so well.
Yeah.
And he does so much for the team. I mean, I think we saw him play Lunox yesterday, but Yelly Hayes.
What? Where's the damage coming from? Beloyski, Sanguine Claws. Cadenza misses the hook by a millimeter. Was point blank.
The beauty of a Baksha, being able to spam the second skill as long as it hits a hero. That's just him tossing his shield. He's like, he's like a carry, but a tank.
Man, I miss Baksha. Oh. Close one.
Me too. I used to play Baksha a lot until people said, why are you playing that? It's not that good anymore. Thank you, Beloyski, for repping.
Oh, I don't see much Baksha even in M3. I don't remember seeing much in M3. And look at this, the jump by Ureshi into the back line. Amy the King steals the very last turtle of the game. Delarcy into Black Dragon form. Yelly Hayes wailing away with his kit. Hatred, he's in trouble. Dashing on through that small wall. The gold crab, help me! He goes down. Ureshi gets the kill.
I mean, he made the best out of that situation, right? He tried to drag them away, but Delarcy's still going to be down there, and they might be focusing on him.
Oh, Beloyski gets one. Emby the King bites it after getting knocked up by Delarcy with a tail whip, and now Beloyski looking low. Yelly Hayes helps Ureshi secure the kill, 1-for-1 down bottom.
The thing I'm talking about, Onic Philippines has a lot of ways to get around the map and kind of respond where they want to, which is what's working really well for them. Again, Beloyski kind of taking these chances here as well, trying to respond where he's needed. But I did mention Nxpe Evos needs to start focusing on some kills here. They've gotten a couple. They now have a very but again, this is going to be working in their favor because they can always, if they want to, if they're able to pick the right fights, they can fight from range, and that's best for them. I mean, Cadenza can lock down, but they really don't want to fight up front.
Oh, this could be a big scrap. Look at the positioning of these two teams, but seems like people are backing off.
A hook by Cadenza. Bite down. Bloody hunt. Ureshi secures the kill. Marky didn't even get to click his ult.
Ouch.
Tough.
Yeah.
Tough situation.
And Nxpe, I just have to say, Hessa actually first built the Hunter Strike as the Brody, which is great because he does need that extra penetration to deal with the Yuzhong and the Baksha that will be looking for him in the back line alongside Yelly Hayes. And by the way, Onic, it's a ticking time bomb here because Nxpe, once they hit their power spikes, ever since the national team qualifiers, they really play around the Sicilian so well. They know out of it. They know how to position their back line, play it safely so that it can maximize the damage of the Sicilian.
Boloyski with the concealed play.
Oh,
Catches one. MP's really low. Forced to use a Phantom Execution. Undying Fury. Dolarski on damage control. This is Casa del Onic. Do not engage.
Wow, they got, I mean, both teams committed a lot of ultimates there. But
Oreshi gets spotted here. A little too late.
They're gonna
he was going to go for the flank. All this time, Nxpe Evos so quick on the take. The Lord's going to go.
I mean, might as well. You know, you're thinking, hey, we just had a huge clash there. Everyone committed a lot. We might as well take this first Lord because we also have the jungle emblem, so we can do it really quickly. So great decision-making coming out from Nxpe Evos, managing that gold lead that they have, and now hopefully they can grab some more turrets here because they've already got a minor turret advantage. They definitely want to go and get more space.
The hook onto Boloyski. Is he going to bite down on this hot potato? He lets go.
Discipline.
Discipline indeed. And again, the problem right now, or in that last fight before the Lord, was that Yelly Hayes and Hessa were just free to hit. The moment Dolarski popped in with the Black Dragon form, he's like, all right, I'm going to go for the back line. Never mind, I'm going to go back to our back line because he went from 100% to 20% in a blink of an eye. And that's because Yelly Hayes and Hessa were just free to hit there. So Onic, those are the key targets. And right now, it seems like Onic are finding themselves with engagements where Dolarski and Boloyski can't get the jump on Yelly Hayes and Hessa.
Not anymore. Earlier they could. Earlier they can threaten a pickoff, but now Nxpe Evos, again, ticking time bomb situation for Onic. It's Onic now who's forced to respond. Oh, the Sanguine Claws! Boloyski's gonna go! Yelly Hayes finds sweet revenge.
This is
insane.
Yeah, this is surprising, right? Because even when Nxpe Evos is clumped up, Onic Philippines not confident enough to actually engage in any of these situations right now. And I think, again, they're trying to buy time for Kyrie once again. Kyrie doesn't really have a good opening in all of these skirmishes that is happening. He doesn't have a clear kind of path to go and do what he needs to do on this Alis, and that's proving to be a pretty rough time for Onic Philippines and why Nxpe Evos is taking advantage of that situation.
See if they'll find something here around this purple buff.
Just help Kyrie at least secure the purple. This is miserable for an Olus. You used to own the jungle, and then now you just have to watch.
I feel like in this game, because they were up against a Sicilian and a Brody, it might have been better if he actually rocked Demon Slayer this time to at least speed up his farming, because you're gonna need to play fast against a Sicilian. It's at this point where, Onic will really have difficulties finding the Sicilian and the Brody. Those are the key targets. They can just focus on getting those two down, and they should be okay. Nxpe will still have a chance to counter, though, because they have a 5,000 gold lead. But let's look at the items. 2 Antique Cuirasses, a Dreadnought armor for Hatred. The damage coming in from the Sicilian is a problem.
Cadenza with a flashy play. Nobody home. Flicker.
Ouch.
Hook. Boloyski put the half health.
Ouch.
Almost solely from the claws and a single bat's impact.
Does Boloyski I'm sure I didn't catch the item check there, but doesn't he have some magic resistance? That's just how much damage Yelly Hayes is doing?
His boots and an Antique Cuirass, and then I believe an Athena shield on the way.
Yeah.
That's what makes magic damage so effective now. I've said this week after week, there's just no mid-game magic item.
Yeah.
True. It's tough to deal with. I mean, especially with a scaling hero like this.
Concealed play. Cadenza looking for a better position.
Oh!
And he hooks Boloyski. Will not bite down. Oh, now he does. Boloyski goes. Yelly Hayes gets the kill. Empathy King dashing on through. Pays the ultimate price. Hatred
Nice
takes
flicker.
him down. 1 for 1 so far. Dolarski, Black Dragon form, but he's also down. Hessa takes him. Kyrie's very low. Yelly Hayes gets him. It's a 3-for-1 trade. Nxpe Evos are on an onslaught.
This is an onslaught indeed. This is crazy because, again, we could see the struggle of Onic Philippines trying to find an opening to get to the back line of Nxpe Evos, and they just can't do it.
Yeah, man. Again, this is just a play style that they're so familiar with. the poke damage, backline heavy, hold the front line. Oh, they're going for
Volorsky
it.
does find Yelly Hayes.
Oh, wow.
Enough damage to shut down the Sicilian, who was deathless prior to this moment. That was a small victory for Onic, and I think Nxpe wasn't expecting it. Not that fast.
I mean, even I was expecting a little bit more after that, but maybe they're happy with just finding that one here. But again, Nxpe Evos,
They can go Lord.
pretty happy.
Oh,
Onic
Could
can go
for
Lord.
it, yeah.
no. It was a call by Volorsky because even Kyrie made a beeline for it using the conceal. Now it's just a matter of time before something big happens. Black Dragon form here by Dolarski. Phantom execution by MP the King. He's going to try to find one. Ureshi takes down the big Black Dragon. And Cadenza looking low. The Undying Fury. Oh, Volorsky survives with a vengeance.
in trouble.
And Marky's going to go here. Ureshi gets the kill. Make that two. Another one falls. Hatred goes as well. Kyrie's the only one left.
They're falling apart
It's
here.
a 5v1.
Wow. Nxpe Evos. Huge team fight there. They take down 4. Kyrie's left alive. I don't think he can even defend against this by himself.
Oh, man.
Has been destroyed.
That's it. Ring the bell. Nxpe Evos. Take game number 2. We're going into game number 3. We're going to go the distance.
Wow, oh wow. And again, you gotta give it up to Nxpe Evos. They played around the team composition that Onic Philippines came out with. Again, Onic Philippines feeling very confident what they did in game 1. They tried to come in with a little bit of a variety in game 2, but more or less the same thing. And it didn't work out this time. Nxpe Evos very well to adapt to that game, and they take it to that game 3.
Yeah, it was a difficult game for Dolarski, and now this time it's Ureshi with a Starstruck Esmeralda performance. And near the end there, his decision to bully out the members of Onic PH, push them back, not let them get close to the back line. It's a great call by Ureshi, great play by Nxpe Evos to force that. And it was tough for Onic. You could see the hesitation for them to not go for that Lord because they just used up ultimates. They only had 3 ultimates in the bag, and one of the key ultimates that they need to have is the Valentinas, which they just used it before the Lord fight, so they didn't have it, and eventually it was quite easy for Nxpe Evos to push them out of that Lord.
I like this Esmeralda on Ureshi.
Yeah.
Honestly, game 1 Benedetta, very low impact.
Yeah.
This is what makes Ureshi Ureshi. The heroes that just demand your attention, he just goes in your face like this. Every single time he was in a position to intercept. Every single time he was telling Onic where they can't go. And that's what made Yelly Hayes' job all the more easier. That's what made Yelly Hayes such a commodity in this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Yelly Hayes just had the liberty to just sit in the back and throw claws and bats out and just do damage. And it